Perfect. So, hey everyone, welcome to an AMA with the Rafflet team. Um, they actually are partners as well, and this is gonna be the second time we're gonna be having an EMA with them. And for those who actually missed this, and you come here for the first time, welcome as well. You're going to get every info about Rafflet and why it's something you want to look forward to as well. And with me as well, I have my co-host, Wayne Twister. Twister, you want to say hi to the team and the community?
Hello, Gold community. Once again, this is Brain Twister. We're glad to have you all here for this AMA, and we hope you guys pay attention and you have some good questions for us all.
Awesome. So I think it's about time for us to kickstart. So first of all, I would like to say, Benita, you want to tell us about you and yeah, how you got involved into the crypto space?
Right, thank you so much, OG Benita. I've been in the space for over 4 years now. Started crypto way back in 2018. You know, the whole Ethereum trend season, and when centralized exchanges wasn't so popular, and when we had to do blockchain directly from the Web2 space, and it was all fun because there was less shit coins, and though it's better now because we have more people in the space and there is so much of innovation as compared to then. And my journey into crypto really became so deep at around 2020 when I started doing so much in the BSC space with regards working as community manager, as local marketer in my country, as AMA host, and so much more. So I'm actually very conversant with the space, and I have quite a good amount of knowledge when it comes to familiarity with how the system works and what the system is all about. Yeah, so that's me. And for the team in Rafflet, they are all web developers, 3 of them, and they've been in the space for quite a reasonable time, and they are all fully involved with regards to development of their projects. There is no external, or rather they actually do the development of the RafflePad themselves, and there's also vetting from like contract audits and all of that are actually external, but they did the development of the project themselves from the scratch. That's it for the team, and I'll be representing the team today, not because the team cannot represent themselves, but just because they are not native English speakers. So I'll be talking all about Rafflet today.
Awesome. I mean, thanks so much for the introduction, and I actually love the fact while you were speaking, you were letting the community know that you've been in the space for quite a while. I believe a lot of people already know so much about Benita, but to those who don't know her, yeah, she's also one of our hosts as well. She's pretty good at it as well. So yeah, today we're all about Wafflake, and yeah, I think it's time for us to know more about Wafflake. Tell us about Wafflake and how the team came about with the idea.
Right, thank you. So Rafflet is a token and NFT whitelist Raffle protocol. And the idea behind Rafflet is the fact that the space is growing big, and there is so much of projects every day coming up. A lot of people looking for whitelists for the best projects in the space, wanting to get in good projects. And there are so many methods and so many traditional methods of doing the whitelisting thing. One of them, which we all know, is the sweep widget. So the idea is to actually get a better system, a more short system, to make people get in not just any whitelist, but good whitelist, and to also be assured that whatever, whitelist they are getting, that they are actually going to, be getting into a very good project, not just getting any sort of whitelist. That's for the investors who are actually seeking whitelist. And for the project owners themselves, the idea towards with regards to project owners are the fact that a lot of project owners do not really get, should I say, value, or value. I think I'll use the word value because that qualifies it more, for paying, promotions with regards to giving out whitelist in lots of different call channels and community, where people have to do certain tasks to get whitelisted. And the reason why I said we want to give much value to this is because most of the time when you see a lot of people seeking for whitelist, not all of them really want this whitelist. They're all doing all these tasks because there's a price for it. So what happens at the end of the day is when these people get whitelisted, because the intention was never really to invest in this project, they never really intended to get this whitelist because they want to invest. Rather, they all did all these tasks because there's a price at stake for it. So what happens is project owners give whitelists to the wrong people, making an unexpected occurrence at launch where, you whitelist a lot of people and yet the pre-sale doesn't even go quarter way because you whitelisted the wrong wallets, people who just participated for, a different motive and not for their intention of investing in your project. So that's like the idea behind the Rafflet. So we want to create a system where people seeking for whitelist are actually people who intend to invest in the project. And that way, even the investors that are coming in to get this whitelist are sure that, we're getting this whitelist from the RafflePad, from the Rafflet RafflePad. And we know that a lot of people that are getting this are actually investors and they're going to buy in this pre-sale. And for also the project owners who are coming to register their whitelist in our platform, they also assure that a lot of investors are, like the system or the platform is investors field, and the whitelist are given to actual investors and not just people who were participating for, a different motive. Basically the idea behind the Rafflet. Caleb, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was kind of getting some feedback, but I think it's better now. So,
Sorry,
that's
it's raining heavily on my side.
Oh, okay. I think I get where it's coming from right now. So, anyways, I definitely love the idea behind Rafflet, and especially the opportunity of getting people involved in projects, because I think, in my opinion, that has been the issue in the space right now, where you see a lot of people having competition and giving a lot of whitelist support, and most of these people don't get involved in it and stuff like that. So I definitely love the fact that Raffle is trying to get rid of dates and making sure the people getting involved in a project are definitely gonna buy in. So but my next question to you is gonna be in regards to the project themselves. Is it that they're gonna be having a certain kind of partnership with you guys for them to get a project involved with Rafflet? And how can we be sure that these projects that you guys are gonna bring in on for people to get whitelisted are gonna be trusted and stuff like that? So I just want to know about that.
All right, that's your first question. Project owners do not really need to get into partnership with the Rafflet before they can list their project on a platform. They just have to pay a certain fee and we just do some kind of vetting system where we just have to check if these projects are actually legit projects. As much as we can check, try to see if the owners can, give some information regards to projects, when the pre-sale we hold, and some certain level of assurance to be sure that yes, these people were legit and this project is a real one. So there's really no need for a partnership between us and the project, because that would mean if we would have 1,000 people in the future, then we would have 1,000 partnership, and that's not possible. We would have as much partnership as we can, but not with all the project listing on the platform. So yes, any project can actually list on the platform if they just follow the requirements, which is paying the guarantee fee and also we doing our own kind of research to see that, to be sure that this project is legit. And what's your next question?
Yeah, the next question was in regards to the reason why the investors themselves are going to get involved with the project. Can they be trusted? And even if they're going to be trusted, how is Raffle making sure that these projects are safe for the investors?
Okay, yeah. I think I touched on that a little bit when I said we're going to do some kind of vetting system to be sure that this project is actually legit. And I think that way we'll ensure that, yes, this project is safe to a great extent. But, like we always say in this space, always do your own research, because some people might actually appear to be genuine just on the start, and in the future they might just change, and that's the reason why everyone needs to be doing their own research just to be on the safe side. But on our part, we always make sure to vet this project as much as we can just before they list on our platform.
Sorry, Benita. I think we can't really hear you quite well. Maybe you may want to come closer a little bit to your mic.
Yeah, Caleb, I don't believe coming closer is gonna solve this. That rain is really disturbing her. The moment she unmutes herself, the rain hitting the roof is quite loud. So if she has maybe noise suppression earphones or maybe an earpiece or a microphone or something that she can use to suppress it, and she should also make sure she has noise suppression on her device. I think that would further help whatever the issue is.
Yeah,
Guys, just give me a few minutes. Yeah.
awesome. No worries. So, guys, just give us a few minutes while we wait for Benita. If you just join in, just have a little bit patience. We are waiting for Benita. She's gonna be here with us in a few minutes.
Guys, is it better now?
Yeah, it's much better. Yeah, I can hear you much better now. So yeah, I think it's let's get it going, right? I
Yeah.
think we're talking basically about the security aspect about other projects, right? That want to get involved with Rafflet, and you did mention that it's awesome for the investors to always make their own research, and you guys also come up with a vetting system, which is really amazing. And you also mentioned that you don't have to partner with our projects for them to get the whitelist or something like that, and that's also pretty understandable as well. I think you get into a couple of my two questions I asked you earlier. So yeah, we want to keep on moving. Then what about the RafflePad? How does that work?
Okay, so the RafflePad is, a raffle system built on a smart contract. And what that means is it's a system that will pick the whitelisted wallets in a random manner. This means that it's not done manually, rather it's done, automatically, not a human selection system where it can be manipulated or, some sort of, should I say, partiality. No, it's going to be done all by the smart contract. And there's like a 4-tier system in the RafflePad. The first one is what we call the, should I say, engagement raffle system, which is similar to the sweep widgets that we see in the space, where you have to do certain activities. And this is actually based on hype. It's kind of bring more hype to the project, where people have to refer 5 or 10 people, let's say follow all the social accounts of this project, and do so many other activities, and it is free on this aspect. This one, it's like a free raffle system, but you also have to register it. Like, the project owners have to register with certain guarantee fee, and also the participants also have to pay a certain amount of gas fee to participate. But it is totally free aside from the gas fee, because you have to connect your wallet. And I think that's for the first one. And the second one is where the main raffle ticket system itself, where everyone have to participate by buying a certain raffle ticket. And you buy this raffle ticket by connecting your wallet to a RafflePad. And the amount of tickets you buy is based on the amount of tickets everyone is supposed to buy, as planned or as agreed by the project owners and our team. Let's say, for example, the project owners want everyone to own 2 tickets, or rather to participate by buying at least 1 or 2 tickets before they can be able to participate in the whitelist competition. And that one, what happens to the total used raffle ticket is 10% of the used raffle ticket goes to the project owners, and 10% of it goes to the Rafflet team, while 80% of this ticket, the used ticket, goes back to the, rather, is being burnt. And this means that the RAF token is actually deflationary, because every 80% of this raffle is being burnt. And this is probably going to be the most commonly used raffle system. This is because this is the major idea behind our RafflePad, because we want our tokens to be deflationary, thereby increasing in volume, in value, and decreasing in volume, that's in amounts. And that way the value keeps increasing as much as people use the RafflePad. So that's it. And there's also the Dutch auction system, where the price of the tickets falls as long as let's say, for example, it's created today, as the time keeps going, the price of the ticket falls. And 50% of this used tickets goes to the project owners, which they would probably use for development or maintenance, whatever, just to push the project forward. While 50% comes back to the Rafflet team for our own projects maintenance. And also there's the auction system where people can bet whitelist as much as they want. So there could be as much Raff players. Let's say the ticket is going to be based on who buys the more, like who buys more of the Raff tickets. And, you know, it's like an auction system where people have to compete to win this whitelist. It's probably going to be a very, I mean, for a project to register on this tier of the RafflePad, and the project really has to be a very hyped project that people are really willing to fight for. And that's it for the system. So the major thing about the RafflePad is that people have to buy tickets to participate in this whitelist competition. And it is the idea of buying a ticket that makes it an investor's field system, because no one wants to pay money or rather pay, you know, spend anything for a project they don't want to invest in. So you buy a ticket, you connect your wallet to a RafflePad, and you participate in a whitelist competition ongoing. And the RafflePad is also, or rather, can also be said to be a promotion platform, because as an investor, if you really do not know what to buy into at the moment, you can just come and log into the RafflePad and scroll all through to see all the, you know, upcoming or ongoing, you know, whitelist competition. That way you can know which project is hyped. You can, you know, check into different projects, their Telegram group, and all of that. It's also a promotion for project owners as well, because as much as we get more investors into our system, into a platform, to know how the system and how the platform works, that way project owners would want to list their projects on our platform, because they believe or they know that lots and lots of investors come to this platform and they would see this project that way. It's also like a means of promotion for this project. So that's really it about the RafflePad.
Interesting. I mean, that's pretty amazing. But I'm kind of curious, and I've been thinking about this as well. I just want to know basically about the people getting the ticket themselves. You know, like you said, anyone who buys a ticket has access to, you know, getting involved in the project, because they were able to get a ticket. But we all know that there's some certain kind of project that you know, they have, I think, lesser amount of whitelist spot to give out to certain you know, community and stuff like that. So how is that going to be let's say, for example, we have at least 100 members who are going to be participating in the Rafflet ticket, and you guys just, I mean, the project itself just have you know, maybe 50 whitelist spot or 10 whitelist spot to give out. So does that mean that those who get involved with the Rafflet ticket, most of them won't be able to get access to the whitelist spot? So I'd like to know about that.
Okay, so the amount of whitelist spots we want to give out, or rather we are given by the project. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah, very well.
Okay. So if, for example, a particular project has offered to list like 100 tickets, or let's go with your example, 10 tickets on our platform, we're not going to let 1,000 people participate in the system for 10 tickets. So the point is the amount of the amount of whitelist given on the platform will determine the amount of people that will participate in the system. Like, let's say 2 times of the number of tickets is fair, 3 times of it is quite fair as well. So we don't want to, you know, make 1,000 people participate for just 10 whitelist spots in the platform. So yes, that, I think that answers your question. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say how do the investors themselves have, you know, I mean, how can they be convinced, or how do they have enough chance of getting the whitelist spot? Do they have to keep on buying more tickets or something like that to maybe have access of getting the whitelist spot?
Well, if you want to buy as much tickets as you can, it's fine. But that doesn't also mean that buying one ticket cannot give you a spot in it, because like I said earlier, the amount of tickets given on the platform determines the amount of participants of that whitelist competition. So yes, it's a 50-50 thing. It's a 50-50 thing, but it's a fair chance for you to get a spot, and also an assured chance, because when you get a spot, you are sure of what you're getting into as well. Yes, so projects investors can be sure that whenever they get a spot in it, they are actually getting into something good. And if they feel the need to buy as much ticket as they want, because they really want the project, they really want to get involved in that particular project, then it's fine. I mean, it's really okay for them. They can go ahead and buy as much, connect as much wallet, but that doesn't mean that the system is rigged, because like I said earlier, it's all done by a smart contract. It only gives you a very good, should I say, chance, having multiple, but you were also sure of not getting multiple whitelist from that platform, because it's not done manually. It's all done automatically.
Oh, that's pretty amazing. I mean, we just want to get the point clear because that alone can cause some certain issue. I mean, if it's not clear, because some people might feel like, well, since I was being able to get involved with a ticket, then it shows that I'm automatically whitelisted in the project. So I mean, I just wanted to get that clarified to the investors here, or who might want to get involved with Rafflet as well once this is released and stuff like that. So what about the staking? How does that work as well? And when is that going to be available?
So the staking will be live 3 hours after the launch of the Rafflet project, and the APY is actually not set for now, but announcement regards to staking will be up in a couple of days from today. So just keep your eyes on the platform, and you get all the information regards to the APY and how the staking will operate. But yes, the staking, everything is set, the pool is set, and it will be live 3 hours after the launch.
That's really great. So talking about the pre-sale, we I believe a couple of people here must have wanted to get involved with the pre-sale. I think last week or something like that, and for some reason, the pre-sale was cancelled, and the team had to make some adjustment. So we'd like to know what have you guys been working towards right now, and what have been the next step to get this project going?
Yeah, there's been so much from the past days when the pre-sale didn't feel. There's so much of partnership that's actually happened, like two or three. And like you said, we already partnered with you, and there is also a very good project. And it's really strategic because it's not even on the BSC's network. It's called Aptors Launch, and it's on the Aptors, you know, what do we call this? Just getting this word, like on Aptors blockchain, or you can say network, yeah. And there's also a strategic partnership with GenPad that just happened a couple of days ago. What this means is GenPad would always sell out products, which is the RafflePad, to every project that comes on the platform. They want to make them know that there's a pad called RafflePad where you can whitelist where you can do your whitelist competition for assured investors. And there's also more partnerships that we have been, more people we've been trying to partner with. And that would also be coming up in a couple of days and weeks and months from now. And there's also so much of marketing plans that have been put in place. And yes, this time around, we believe it's going to be better because we've done so much regards partnerships, marketing, and there is also so much that's going on at the moment.
That's pretty good, and I love the fact you did mention marketing because that alone has always been one of the concern for the investors because they want to know the kind of marketing the team have put it in place, things they have done. You know, I think that's one of the way you want to trust a project because that shows how much effort they've been putting on the project to make it succeed, to make it launch, to give it a future, something like that. So I know you guys have been getting involved with partnerships, and I've seen a couple of them, which is pretty amazing. And as well, you guys have did some AMAs. But I mean, aside from these things, are there any other marketing plans you guys are getting um, yourself ready for? Or are there any marketing plans that we want to look forward to as well? In regards to Affleck?
Well, we all know the normal marketing plans that go on in the space, which usually it's ranging from Telegram marketing to Twitter space marketing to Google marketing, all sorts of social media marketing, and all of these we're actually putting in place, and all kind of, for me, I'm going to say on behalf of the team, they've been really doing all sorts of marketing to put this project, to set it ongoing. And yes, there's so much more marketing you can expect, ranging from all of these I just mentioned.
Awesome. That's really amazing. It shows that the team are definitely prepared for this, and um, they have a lot in store for the RafflePad, and stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty nice. This team are not giving up. They keep on pushing, and yeah, we are looking forward to the pre-sale. I believe lots of people are ready to get involved with the project and stuff like that. So, but I have a major concern about your tax, and I can say that it's gonna be a zero tax fee. Are you guys not really scared about, you know, let's say should I say the bots getting involved in project and people dumping on project and stuff like that. So, why is the main reason why the project is based on 0% tax?
The main reason why the project is 0% tax is the fact that we know that this project is a long-term project. It's planned with a long-term view, and the system is in such a way that as much as people buy our tokens and use them for this raffle system, like buying tokens for whitelist or the tickets that would get burnt, this alone can skyrocket the price of our token, and there's really no need for a tax when we intend to list on centralized exchanges in the future. So, I mean, there's always the saying that if you want to do something, start now to do it. And yes, with regards to bots buying in, if there is need to set a tax on the day of launch, that would be done. But yes, our project is a 0% buy-in and sell tax. And there is no fear with regards bots and no bots. As I said earlier, if there is need to put a certain amount of tax on that launch date, just a few amount, just so people do not snipe in and go out and all of that, then that will be done.
Okay, that's awesome. So I'm gonna leave the next question with Brain Twister. Brain Twister, you want to get your mind with Benito?
Yeah, thank you very much, Caleb. So, Benita, yeah, I've been listening to you, and it's definitely a fresh idea in the space. I love that about the idea. However, the few issues I have is the fact of the way things are at the moment. Because, I mean, you could literally, I remember there was a whitelist project that was trying to have 100 BNB sale, and they had like 300 whitelist on the project, and the project didn't even get to soft cap. And if peradventure someone uses your platform now, they would be expecting something like, okay, when I come to Rafflet, I am assured that everyone that's on this project, that is on this platform, is a serious investor. And so my first question is, how do you plan to ensure that your raffle pad still remains viable, still remains important in the whole, raising a project? Because whitelists are really no guarantee for a project to say, okay, yes, we have these investors coming in.
Generally, traditionally, whitelists are no guarantee. But with the RafflePad, whitelists are guaranteed because you as an investor, Brain Twister, you don't want to buy a ticket for $1, for example, for a whitelist that you wouldn't use. I mean, if everyone is buying a ticket for a fee, you are sure to at least 70% that these people are people who want to utilize this whitelist. This is different from the traditional way of when people get the whitelist for free, and probably a lot of them are actually getting it because there is a $20, $50, or $100 competition ongoing. And, they all do whatever it takes to get that money and not because they want to buy into the project. But you wouldn't even want to spend as low as $1 for a ticket you wouldn't use. So that's literally, that's actually the idea behind the raffle pad. I think this way investors are assured to a great extent that whatever tickets whatever whitelist they are getting from our platform is actually an invested field one. Don't know if that answers your question, Brain Twister.
Well, yes, yes. What you have been saying makes some sense. Definitely, you can have someone that doesn't want to participate in a sale buying some raffle tickets. So that's a fair point. Another issue would be what would happen then when maybe a project that's super hyped and super sought after wants to use the raffle pad, and then it becomes a huge competition for who gets the white list. In the end, couldn't it possibly become even more expensive burn purchasing tickets to get that whitelist than actually, even buying into that pre-sale from the first rate? So it wouldn't really make sense to the average investor that would want to do that. If that scenario was to happen, what would you take as the approach for that?
Well, that scenario, if it was to happen, there is really nothing on our parts we can do because, like you said, if the project is hyped and everyone wants the ticket and they want the ticket to be sold higher, or they want the ticket put on the auction aspect where people have to buy as much tickets, it's like a betting system for investors, then we really do not have anything to do on that part because they can do it on their own. Like even without coming on our platform, they can decide to say, we're not giving our tickets out to certain amount of people. These are the people we want to give tickets to, people who can do these or people who can do that. So that is their project. The hype they created could be as a result of so much marketing they've done for themselves. So it is left to you as an investor to do what you can to buy in or to get the whitelist, or you wait and buy at launch. So yes, for me, I think it's an advantage, not just to us, it's also an advantage to our system because if we actually want those kind of projects at least on our platform, because that means a lot of people will be coming to the platform and using our platform to see if they can get. So an average investor can try with the little they can. And, like I said, the system is on a smart contract. It's not manually. So they can buy if they have the money. If they don't, then they can wait to buy at launch. It's not a rigged system. We are not in control of the amount of whitelists the team can give to us. And we do not give whitelist to people manually or say, yeah, give me your wallet to give you whitelist. No. If the system is hyped, if the project is hyped, then the project is hyped. I don't know if you understand. We are not going to we are not going to do some messy system to some investors who cannot afford the ticket.
Yeah, that's a fair answer as well. That's a fair answer. Then another thing that I would have in mind, which is definitely the biggest obstacle I believe you guys would face, would be how you would tend to get projects to go away from the traditional aspect, which would be going to the big guys in the space and all these call channels. I mean, that's literally where everyone that watches the crypto market is at right now. The issue and obstacle would be how you would be getting project owners to turn their faces away from those call groups for whitelist and stuff and to come use Rafflet. And I don't know if the team has any plans for how they cope with that.
Yeah. So there's a general saying that says, if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, start it. You just have to start it. So we're just getting started. So how we're going to achieve this is by promotion, by doing so much marketing, by making people understand how the system works. All those big guys, all their marketing, all their influencers, they all started from somewhere before they became influencers. All of them had no name. No one knew them in the space before they became influencers. They all started from scratch by getting people to know them, by doing all sorts of things. And that's what we are going to do. We want the whole space to know about the Rafflets, to know about the RafflePad and know how the system works. And yes, it's not so much hyped. It's not everywhere in the space right now, but as much as we do marketing, partnering with different projects, different platforms, and even those influencers, people would get to know us. People would get to see how the system works. And if we can get good projects to start coming on our platform and giving their whitelist on our platform, then that way we can turn the space around from the traditional way of whitelisting to a more authentic way of giving whitelist to investors.
Yes, another wonderful answer. That all you said has made sense, and I'm really happy. So for now, I think I'd hand it back over to Caleb.
Thank you.
Thanks for that, Brain Twister, and thanks as well, Benita, for the question, the answers as well. I think that would be all of the question, but feel free to tell us more about Rafflet if you have more information about it that maybe we may have not touched on. But aside from that, maybe we want to go as well to the question from the community.
I'll just allow questions from the community, and if there's any more thing to say, I'll say at the end. Thank you.
Awesome. So guys, it's now time for you to raise your hand and ask your questions. Please, we want to have just one question per person, and your question should go directly to the project. And the team are as well generous enough to give out prizes to best questions as well. So you may want to have opportunity of winning most of these prizes. So let's get straight to the community and let's see who we have here. All right. Let's get a question from Yomi. Yomi Dex, you're muted. Yomi Dex?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm really sorry. The kind of noise
It's loud where you are.
where I am.
Caleb, let's move on, please.
Okay. Let's get a question then from Anderson. Anderson, you're muted.
Hello, man.
Hey, buddy.
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing great. You may want to ask a question.
Yes, sir. All right, so Uchibanita, I do like the concept of onboarding projects. So I just want to know, does you and the team like have restrictions on projects that you guys will be onboarding? I just want to know about that. Like what I mean by restrictions, like there are some projects that has to do with maybe the use of tobaccos or maybe porn sites and the rest of them. You know, I've seen other projects that does have these restrictions on theirs. So I just want to know if you guys also have these restrictions or it's just a go for you guys.
All right, thank you. I think that's a really good question because personally, I have restrictions on projects I invest in as well. So yes, morality is subjective. What you like may not be what someone else like, and what you see as not being good, someone else might see as being normal. So yes, there might be a certain level of restriction, but that sorry, I'm breaking up. Can you guys hear me? Sorry. I think I was cutting out for a bit.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So I was saying, morality is subjective, and what you see as being good may not be something good to someone else. Yes, there might be a certain, restriction with regards to projects that would be listed on our platform, but that wouldn't be like so much of, oh, if you do anything contrary to my belief, it's no belief system. This is crypto. So as much as we can, we want to vet this project. I think that's the most important thing. Is it legit? Is it something that would stay for a long term? I think most of this project, like you said, are not long-term projects. So yes, we want to vet this project and we try as much as we can to see that it's something people want to invest in. And it's not something that's contrary to the mass majority's belief or view or something people are going to complain about. Like people, like you said, some people do not list such or some people list such. But yes, we'll try as much as we can with regards to their aspects of, such kind of project.
Yeah, very, very great answers. I do like that. And thank you so much. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Anderson. I think I like the question too.
Yeah, awesome. Pretty great stuff. Thanks for that, Anderson. So I guess we want to move on now. Let's get a question from Mikey Crypto. Mikey Crypto, you're muted.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Benito, nice project, a nice presentation, man. So, my question is related to the staking pool. I know there's no much release on the website. I went to back to you, say there will be more information released 4 hours later. But I'm not sure I can type and ask later on your TG because I'm in TGG now. So, my question is about the staking. Can you tell me what's about it? Will there be like a flexible staking and a lock staking? The flexible staking, we have the power to like withdraw our staking stake token whenever we like. But unlike the lock staking, we have to leave it for like 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. So what kind of staking will Rafflet be having on their websites? Will it be the lock staking and flexible staking, or will it just be the lock staking? Please tell me what's about the staking pool, please.
Okay, Mickey, I would have to apologize regarding the staking pool because there is really no information about the staking pool at this point. But like I said, if you were listening all along, in a couple of days from today, a few days from today, all information about the staking will be up. And the staking will also be live 3 hours after the launch of the project. So you can just keep your eyes on the main chat, or come back to ask the admins about, if you don't see it there, you can just DM one of the admins or write it just in our Telegram group and ask for details about the staking. And all details about the staking will be up as soon as the staking is up and running.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, thank you. I really need to apologize because those information are not up now for the public utilization.
Thanks for that, Mikey Crypto. To have some over, let's get a question from Harmony. Harmony, you're muted.
Hello, thank you, Caleb. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you.
All right, all right. My question is about your token. Normal, we know that you are going to be creating a token for the raffle. So, my question is about, is it that those people that have your token will have access to the tickets you'll be selling, the tickets you'll be giving for those whitelists, or I don't get that aspect very well. Or maybe is the community member, anyone can have the access to um to the um to the whitelist. Is it like that? Or those people that have your token?
Okay, Harmony, that was a really great question because you're going to help me touch on what I really didn't touch on earlier. Yes, so I think I explained how the RafflePad system would work. I talked about the 4 tiers. Of one of them is when you don't really need a ticket to participate in a whitelist competition. And this is similar to the sweep widgets where based on activities as given by the project owners, do this, do that, and all of that. And all you just have to do is pay a certain gas fee because probably you connect your wallet and you participate in the competition by just clicking on participate or join or whatever that button will be tagged as. And the other one was when I said you have to buy 1 or 2 or 3 tickets based on how much ticket is set for that particular project and at what fee it's set on. 1 ticket could be equivalent to 2 RAF tokens or 1 ticket to 1 RAF tokens. Or the project owners might say, okay, since 1 ticket is 1 RAF token, they should buy 2 tickets, And the other one is the Dutch auction system, where the price of the ticket falls as long as the length of the days goes by. And also the last is the auction system, where people have to compete by buying as much tickets where the project is hard. I think that was when Brain Twister asked about what if the project is extremely hard? And I said, yes, that would also be an advantage to a platform. And regards to your question, yes, holders of our token would have access, but the amount of token for now is set to people who can hold 300 RAF tokens can participate in the event raffle for airdrop, giveaways, and whitelist. What this means is they probably do not need to pay anything at all, not even a gas fee. So they can participate in the event raffle. That's the first tier, which is similar to the sweep widget. So if you hold at least 300 of the RAF tokens, then you can freely participate in that. And you're not consuming any of the RAF tokens at all. That's for the alpha holders.
Wow.
So I
Thank you
don't
very
know
much.
if that answers your question at all.
Yeah, it does. Thank you very much, Caleb.
Right, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for that, Harmony. I'll also have to get a question from, let's see, Bounty Love. Bounty Love, you're muted.
Hi, Caleb. Hi, Benita.
Bounty.
Hi.
All right. I just have a simple question, and my question is about the whitelist. Benita said that they give out whitelists. So I want to ask, how will they ascertain who and who to give the whitelist to? Because after all, many persons will only be interested in getting the whitelist, and in the end, they may not want to invest. How do they ascertain who will make use of the whitelist before they give out? And is there any way they will render assistance to maybe something like maybe training this one, so that when they get the whitelist, they're able to invest it? And please let me ask one more question. That's one. Is there any way you will venture into charity? There are there are ways in which you can best use your project to help people. Will you venture into charity? That's my question.
All right, thank you, Bounty, for the first question regards the whitelist system. If you understand this platform, then I think that question is answered. I'll just go through it again. The whitelist is not given manually. We're not the ones selecting people. It is a smart contract automation. The people whitelisted are people who come to the platform and who pay a certain amount. They pay a certain amount by buying a ticket to participate in the whitelist competition. And that way, when selected, they can easily buy in the pre-sale of whatever project they get whitelisted in. So what that means is if you, Bounty, want a whitelist and you have to pay for one ticket, which is probably $1, would you not participate, or are you going to just waste your $1 to buy a ticket that you do not need? I'm sure the answer is no. So the platform is an investor assured platform, because the people coming in to either buy a ticket, or for the people holding the tokens, or for the people who are going to be paying just a gas fee, are people who actually want to invest in this project, because you were not going to waste your money for something you do not need. I think that's it for the first question. I hope you understand it, Bounty.
Got it.
All right, thank you. And for the next question regards education, as much as we can, if there is any question, if there is any confusion, the community is open. The admins are all there. You can drop your question. If you want a new investor, feel free to ask whatever question you want to ask in our main Telegram group. I think that way we are also helping people understand the system, the space, and how things work. So feel free to communicate in the Telegram chat, Twitter, or whatever you want to drop your question. The admins are always there to help answer those questions, whatever you're confused about. I think that is also our own method of training new ones, so making people understand the platform and the system and how it all works. And your last question regards charity. If there is need for charity, then that would come up in the future. But for now, there's no plan for charity. And yes, I love charity based projects as well. But for now, it is not included. And if there is need for it, then in the future, that would be done.
Does that answer your
All
question,
right.
Baltila?
Sure.
All right, so thank you so much for the question. I guess we'll have to get one more question. Let's get a question from Charles. Charles, you're muted. Charles, unmute your mic and speak. Charles, we can hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Ask your question, buddy.
Yeah, my question is about the competition. After getting the ticket for the whitelist, she talked about a competition. Which kind of competition are we talking about for someone to be qualified? The kind of the competition, because she said about competition, there will be a competition for someone to be in a whitelist. So I want to know the competition, the kind of competition.
Well, Charles, maybe what you heard was a whitelist competition. I think that's the name it's called. It's a competition because you want a whitelist. A lot of people want a whitelist as well. You're buying a ticket with many other people. So it's a competition, and the winners will be picked by the smart contract system on the RafflePad. So I think that's where you heard the word competition, or you probably heard that on the first tier of the RafflePad, which I said is similar to the sweep we get system, where people have to do certain activities to get a whitelist. Let's say joining the Telegram, joining or the social media following and, doing all sorts of activities, inviting 1 or 2 people, etc., is on the first year, and all you need to pay there is just a gas fee by connecting your wallet and doing those activities. I think the competition that you had was when I mentioned whitelist competition, which is the general name it is called in the space.
Okay. Yeah, understood. I can understand now. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that, Charles. So I think that's how far we can go with the question. Benito, thank you so much. Do you have any final words or a quick of action where you may want to tell our investors here in regards to Rafflet?
Right. I'm an investor myself. And when I see a project that is out for something good, when I see a project that has a real use case, a utility, when I see people who are determined, people who sat down and said, okay, there is so much in this space, everyone is creating this and creating that. And people were not looking towards this angle. People were not seeing just this small, simple thing that's actually a problem that needs to be solved. I think let's solve this problem. Personally, as an investor, I want to put my eyes on that project. I want to look at this small thing that these people were trying to solve, because so many projects are in the space solving nothing and doing nothing and just getting hype and all of that. So as an investor, you want to look out for a project that has good use case, a long-term based project, a one like this, a one that the people actually work in. As you can see, the beta version is live, and the original version will be up as soon as we go live with regards to the launch. And the staking is already all set, and it will be live 3 hours after the launch. So this means that the people involved are actually delivering, they're actually working. As an investor, you want to buy in a project that you are sure is a long-term based one, that you are sure that the people are not going to abandon in a couple of days coming from now. If you check on the GenPad, you see that the team is actually KYC, so they're not out to eat your money, to take your money, or, it's not a scam project. And being on the Gold Diggers is actually an advantage because we are partners with the Gold Diggers. And what this means is that, yes, you all know Caleb. Caleb knows these guys. And Caleb believes in them. That's why he partnered with them. So if you're looking for a good project to invest in, then you should look out for Rafflet. And the pre-sale is coming up in a couple of days from today. You want to look and keep your eyes on the main chat and see how things are going, and be sure if this is what you want to invest in based on what the project has to offer, based on how long-term the project looks. The pre-sale is on the 30th of September. That's on a Friday, 5 p.m. UTC or 17 UTC, whichever one you understand. Yeah. And it's on GenPad. It's going to be a hyper launch. It's going to be on the hyper launch system. And the hyper launch system, how this is done, like the hyper sale system, is done by selecting the number of participants. So there's going to be only 100 participants in the GenPad hyper sale pre-sale. And there is a mean buy of 0.5 BNB, and the soft cap is 50 BNBs. So that's the details for the pre-sale. And if you have any more question, if there is anything you think I didn't say on this AMA, feel free to jump on the Telegram and ask this question. For all the people that have their hands up and the question weren't, answered because we're not able to get the questions, feel free to drop those questions in our main Telegram, and all of them will be answered. And also, if there's anything you do not understand about the platform, feel free to DM me. I think that's all I can say. Keep your eyes on this one. It's not the regular, project that you see in the space. It's a different though simple utility, but a unique one and something that would actually stand the test of time. I think that's all I can say. Thank you, Caleb.
Awesome. That's pretty amazing. Like what she said earlier, we saw we're not being able to get a lot of questions today. But if you do have more questions regarding the project, don't hesitate. Feel free to go into the Telegram channel. I'm gonna be posting that in few minutes. Go to the Telegram channel and ask your question. If you're still having doubt about the project, follow them through. I believe the teams, the mods, the admins are all there to get your questions answered. So thank you so much, Benito and the team, for coming around to Gold Diggers. And yeah, pretty great stuff here. We're all looking forward to the launch as well. And yeah, I want to say I wish you guys the best of luck. And yeah, see you guys pretty soon. And feel free if you do have more information about Rafflet, any new information, any update, please feel free guys to share it with my community because we will definitely love that. So yeah, I think that's one section about AMA. So guys, we have given out prizes to best questions as well, because the teams are generous to give out the prizes, and we still have some prizes as well to give out. We have some spin away to give to our random listeners. And of course, we have the $40 giveaway for two random people. And how can you guys win these prizes? Is we want people to get involved with the Rafflet project. Anyone buying in a project at a minimum of $5 into the Rafflet project has access of winning this $40, right? So you have from now to I think Friday. If you did buy into the Rafflet project, feel free to send a screenshot or a transaction hash to one of our admin. I'm going to be putting the name on the chat in the next few minutes as well. So yeah, so what I'm going to do right now is for you to get involved with the spin on wheel. All you have to do is join into the Rafflet Telegram channel, follow our announcement channel, and as well follow us on Twitter. Then you have the opportunity of getting involved in this spin and wheel. So thank you so much, Benita and the team, for coming around, and it was really nice having you guys. And have a great day as well.
Thank you, Caleb. Thanks all.